Welcome back. We've got a game instantly. The draft is like underway. We're on time. We're starting things immediately after we finish the series. It's all going perfectly, Lacoste.
How powerful do you feel, Gary?
How powerful do I feel?
Yeah, I'm still gonna ask a question.
I feel super powerful. I'm strong.
Players waiting for casters.
Yeah. I didn't wait that long.
Well, because Penta played well in game number 3.
They got us right on time. What was it, like 7:59? And we got into the lobby. It's like, sick, we're here before everyone else is. Great. Good timing. Draft is ready. And we've got new teams. We've got the second part of our bracket coming in. 5 anchors, no captain. Up against Team Doggie.
Remaining.
Some interesting players here.
Yeah, I
5 seconds
know a
remaining.
couple of them, coached a couple of them. LeBron, Swift Ending. Swift Ending had a
Radiant team back.
chat with him about his career in the next couple of months, what's gonna happen with him. He's been a tryout for a couple of teams, can't say which one, but seems like he decided to stick with
Dire team back.
his buddy LeBron. LeBron actually changed the team he was playing for a Russian organization. Seems like that fell apart.
It wasn't Gambit.
No.
Double Dimension.
Yeah, it was DD.
Double Dimension.
Who are the others? Left-handed
10
player?
seconds
They have
remaining.
Arise and then Neuer and Hester Joe. So they have the Danish
5
brothers and they have
seconds
Arise
remaining.
playing mid. But I don't know whose name is what here.
Yeah.
Like LeBron and Swift Ending, great. I love you guys. You've got your names there.
Is it time to pick a Magnus? Huh?
Yeah, sure. But the last, actually, I was casting some JDL maybe 6 or 7 days ago. It was a best of 3 of like Team Doggie against like a Dota Mastery or something. Arise picked Magnus in game 2, and he missed his first 4 RPs. He like landed it onto like a solo support by accident, or he just like landed it on no one, and then they didn't pick Magnus again for like 3 or 4 games, even when they left it in. So maybe he's
When he's-
recovered his confidence.
Yeah, well, when you see these movies, it's when you don't fail. So it's a compilation of
Yeah.
100 games where he did well, but I gotta give that
Radiant
man
team
a
back.
credit. He is definitely the best Magnus player ever. From what I saw from these YouTube videos, I'm kind of guy that it's really hard to impress. But what he does with Magnus is just...
His flashy plays are out of this world, for
yeah,
sure.
it is.
Seconds remaining.
It's really something different.
Well,
Thank you, Gary.
5
Yeah,
seconds
I
remaining.
remember this time. Turn off the lights so we don't get sunburn in here. So Bane, Clockwork for Doggie, 5 anchors.
Dire team
I do love his name. He's tagged himself up as Okesuka. But I was told by some Finnish guys that the captain here of 5 anchors pronounced Oxia. I was calling him Okesia for a long time.
Okay, Suka.
Okesuka is what he's named himself now.
So how do we pronounce it?
His normal name is
10
OKCYA,
seconds
without the K, without the second K, which looks like
5
OK
seconds
Sia.
remaining.
He's added the K in as a meme to be Okesuka.
I suppose so.
Funny guy. And then of course Trixie is the guy with the weeb name at the bottom.
I don't recognize it. Is it?
I think of Overwatch when I see that, but I don't know if it's the thing that Hanzo says. I'm just being racist here.
Sounds like either
We can
some
Google it.
weeb stuff or
Radiant team pick.
like a samurai name.
You are already dead. Apparently it's a meme, but it definitely is an anime meme.
Enough with the
I'm
anime.
closing that tab.
Yep. uh,
Immediately gone.
seconds
So,
remaining.
Sanking AA, 2 supports or a support and an offlaner that can
5 seconds
kill core
remaining.
heroes, right? Burrow Strike, Ice Blast, very good at just picking people off across the map. Lane control, though, Team Doggie have Bane and Clockwork, very good at kind of balancing or consolidating lanes to make sure they don't swing out of their control.
yeah, Bane and Clockwork really work well together. Sleep, Into, Cogs, and Battery Assault, they can pretty much kill anyone if they roam around together. Same goes for AA and Sanking. Cold Feet into Stun. Sanking AA pretty, I would say, common picks in Chinese Dota. When I see Sanking AA, first thing that comes to my mind is a newbie. They love to open with these two heroes.
For a long time as well. Like,
Yeah.
since like 2 years ago, it's been a very strong combo. It reminds me of the old days of, what is it, TI4? Sand King Skywrath was like first picked a lot. Sand King Skywrath Void were super popular. Maybe just after TI4. And it was very, very common. Nyx now for 5 anchors. It looks like that'll be, or feels like that's going to be Trixie's hero in the top lane. They do love their support Sand King over the support Nyx with that Burrow Strike and the Cold Feet that you were looking at. But they could easily swap them around depending on laning matchups if they need to. It depends who they want farm on, right? If Nyx can counter an opponent, get a bit of farm on him. If you want your Sand King to get a faster blink.
Yeah, but if you have Sanking and Nyx Assassin, I would say Sanking is a better roamer because of the stun,
Yeah.
and Nyx Assassin is a better laner. So
HP
it's a
regen.
no-brainer
Yeah,
for me.
Sure is. I think from the games I've seen from them before, it's their preferred way of setting things up as well.
Thompson is like super highly mechanically skilled mid player. He loves to play Arc Warden as well.
Monkey King, Arc Warden, Invoker, probably 3 of his signature heroes, even though Invoker nowadays is very rarely picked.
Yeah, it feels like any hero mid shits on Invoker. That's a big problem.
I guess DK now has kind of overtaken Invoker for him in that mid lane. Lifestealer for Team Doggie.
They might go for OD. That seems like a super good pick against Lifestealer and Clockwork. They still might go for it. I'll explain why. Natural Force Staff against these two heroes, which works really well. They banned out. I mean, they picked up Nyx Assassin, which is pretty hard counter to OD. Also, really good laner.
10 seconds
And a lot of damage.
Plus, they have a save as well for Bane spells.
Seems pretty good all around.
Radiant
We'll see if it gets
team
banned though. There's Legion. Well, Hester Joe's big hero,
Yeah.
the Legion Commander.
Sadly, the hero kind of fallen off. Got nerfed a little bit. Against CK, we'll call him a good hero.
10 seconds
Overwhelming
remaining.
odds to clear the illusions, extra damage,
5 seconds
removes
remaining.
the stun from all these. They have what, 4 stuns from 4 heroes.
Yeah, it's like Legion has the tools to deal with CK, but not really a hard counter, right?
Yeah, he's not a counter.
Magnus ban. No Magnus. Double melee cores with Empower could have been very strong here.
Yeah, especially against the CK.
And there's the Arc Warden ban up
Yeah,
against
what are
Thompson.
they looking for? They're looking for
Mid.
mid.
Difficult to choose. What have they got to clear CK illusions? Just the overwhelming odds, it
10
feels like, with a bit of
seconds
rocket
remaining.
flare.
That's not enough. They need
Some wave
5
clear.
Something
seconds
else.
remaining.
Something that can like tank through, but also deal a lot of damage.
They need some tower damage as well. Maybe something like Pugna as well.
Radiant
What about like a
team
DP? Oh, they go for the Viper. Wow.
Well, Viper builds into Maelstrom and Nether Toxin as well, AoE.
And early game damage from 5 anchors is very heavily magic based. SK, AA, Nyx. Corrosive Skin and Raindrops should keep the Viper in a
10
good
seconds
place
remaining.
for the early moments of the game.
I would say either OD or
5 seconds
Sniper.
remaining.
OD not the best laner against Viper. Sniper, you have Clockwork. He also builds into a Pike against all these heroes, which is pretty good. Maybe they can sacrifice the laning stage against the Viper with the OD. Just go with it.
And think about the mid game.
Plus, it's also great against Legion Commander duel.
Oh yeah. Just send someone under with that Astral. Well, they've got about 15 seconds to think about this. So Doggie, they've got Lifestealer against the Nyx. It's a nice matchup there in lane with the help of Bane. Bane and Clockwork can like rotate mid and put some damage into this Pugna,
You may now
which is the
select
one that they
your
go for.
heroes.
Yeah, I mentioned Pugna for Team Doggie, but works well for, what are we going to call them? Anchors, no captains. It seems
5 anchors.
5 anchors, all right.
Or the Fin stack, just call them the Fins. The Finnish boys.
Yeah, you have the Cripify against Lifestealer, against Legion Commander as well. Viper pretty much physical damage, has some magical as well.
And the cool thing with Pugna in these kind of 1v1 matchups now, with Decrep level 1, you can actually out-CS the Viper.
Yeah, just cast it and
Just cast it on the Viper
get
and
one, maybe get one creep, maybe deny the other one
exactly.
as well.
Some cool things you can do there.
There's an old saying when you're playing Thinker. Every time you use laser, you need to kill 2 creeps or kill 1, deny 1.
Yeah. Get the full efficiency out of it. Not just the damage you look for. And they're swapping things around here. Oxia on the Nyx will be that 4 roll it looks like, as they've given Trixie the Sand King.
They still might swap it.
Is that just for the laning matchups here? Sand King can be more evasive in the bottom lane against Lifestealer and Bane, right? With Sandstorm, with Burrow Strike, to get away from Cogs and Nightmare. Whereas a Nyx, if he goes to bot lane alone, he's going to get caught and killed a couple of times. So they're definitely thinking about their laning stage and how they want to alleviate some of the pressure on that off
They
lane.
might go for aggressive tri-lane with a CK and AA, which is pretty much guaranteed stun, plus get 1 more stunner, so it's going to be a sanking.
Prepare for battle.
Sanking position 4.
Well, we'll see what they do. 2 heroes head up to top. Bane and Lifestealer. Got boots first on the Nyx Assassin. Sand King, yeah, starts with a stout shield. Wants to try and sit in lane for a while. Even has the Quelling Blade queued up. So, like you said, maybe looking for a kind of 1v1 or 1v2 scenario for the SK. Thompson mid build as expected. All normal there. That's Peksu. The AA, very, very poor. Went for all the support items. Anything interesting on the Dire team? Everything looks pretty normal. Nice little boots first on the clock. I think everything should set up pretty standardly here for both sides.
Yeah, they're going to rely so much on Legion Commander and his Blink Dagger timing, because of if Nyx gets a free farm, he's going to have Armlet, plus 1 more item, maybe. Half an item. So he can jump into Legion Commander. They have 2 good vehicles for Nyx, Legion, and Clock.
Nyx wanted to try and contest the bounty. Maybe baiting Bane up here, but looks like Noya will just fall back. Is that 2 for 2? Everyone gets their fair share of the bounty runes.
Yeah.
Oh, Noya might be in trouble, though. The 2 bugs, Sand King and Nyx. Sand King hiding, trying to pull the wave. Yeah, he's going to try and grab the wave, isn't he? Normal off-lane stuff.
Yeah, Sand King's not a bug. Sand King, oh, I don't know. See, he's a scorpion.
That's right.
If he classifies as a bug.
He's an arachnid.
Oh, yeah. That is true, Gary. A lot of National Geographic plus Cartoon Network when we were young. Plus
Damn
MTV.
right. Discovery Channel, National Geographic, yeah.
You might die here.
Yeah, you're right with his brain sap.
One
A couple
hit.
of hits. Oh, just enough. Gets it done. Noya finds the kill. I mean, this is a Bane with brain sap level 1, maybe expecting the Nightmare to stop the pull across, which is kind of normal. But Bane switches things up a little bit there. Catches the Sand King off guard, but he still dragged the creep wave across, will get some experience and pushes himself closer to that level 2. Cogs down bottom, LeBron trying to bully back Nemphy and Peksu, but this is the CKAA lane that we've seen time and time again. Bolt into Cold Feet once they get to level 2, with the Chilling Touch and the Rift. They can blow people up very, very quickly.
Yeah, but the thing is, Clockwork burned a lot of mana on a CK, so he has 1 stun. I mean, he has a Mango, but do you want to commit a Mango for just to kill it this early? I don't think so.
Doesn't feel too good when you want to buy that wand. LeBron under tower still, throws the cogs, and there's the pushback. LeBron's tanking a lot of tower damage, and with a stun from the Nyx, they'll bring him down. Too far forward there, LeBron playing under that tower, and the Nyx, good positioning behind the trees, make sure he gets that stun perfectly lined up. And also comes around with a 2-minute bounty rune spawning. They won't get the double though. LeBron has already made his way over there now, finds the Nyx. Does have Carapace and the Impale, but he's trapped inside the cogs with nowhere really to go. Destroys one of them, tries to get out, but the body block from LeBron. Moving from side to side, the Carapace and the stun, though, do arrive. Keep the Nyx up and running. As the regen rune found by Topson as he shifts back towards mid with those double nulls. So much damage behind this Pugna. Beating the Viper 10-3 against the 6-0.
Well, that's the power of the Cripify. Viper can't last hit. What does Viper have? Ring of Basilius. Level 4 against level 3. Yeah, this, I mean, he's gonna be level 4, but still Pugna pretty much destroying the lane.
There's the full Ring of Aqua. Arriving for Viper. He can spam out a few more poison attacks now. Still a difficult one. They're trying to bring LeBron in.
Yeah, he's being pinged out.
Oh, does Topson know it's coming? He's a speedy little guy as well on this Pugna. Top lane, Sand King. Yeah, there's the Sandstorm. Like, a Nyx Assassin in this position potentially dies, but with no reveal up here, Trixie just pops under that invisibility. Topson did get cogged mid, but with a TP from Nyx, the Viper doesn't feel safe enough moving forward. And now this does leave Legion alone bottom. They go with the Rift, but still no mana for the Chaos Bolt. The Mango being held by the CK just doesn't want to use it.
Yeah, they should have brought some sentries on top. Once Bane got First Blood, he had the gold. This way, Sanking's getting a lot, not a lot of CS, but he's getting a lot of XP though.
They might catch him on his way out though. Knowing Trixie, he'll want this bounty rune. Oh, he's playing safe. He comes down, gets the vision on the Sand King. He'll go for his own bounty rune. Not sure he has time
Does he
though.
want to be greedy? Not really.
Good move by LeBron. Realizing what time of day it is. Gets the steal, gets the double. Attempt from Nyx there, but Arcane Rune onto Hester Joe. Easy escape. Gets him out. Now, how things are going for both teams seems pretty good for this Lifestealer, this Pugna. Things are going reasonably well. Are you scared of anything here as either team moving into
Do
kind
I
of
look scared,
5-6
Gary?
minutes? Yeah, maybe not scared, but are you worried? Are you tentative about the way any of these lanes are going?
Are you trying to make me look biased? Like I'm scared that Team Doggie might lose? Or just kidding.
That your best friend LeBron might lose, yeah.
So far, pretty even game. CK is not getting too much. They kind of shut him down a little bit, but still, he managed. What do we have? Legion Commander level 4 with super ultra defensive build, Magic Wand, Fairy Fire, even Raindrops, so that he doesn't die from a combo.
Yeah, definitely need it against CK, AA, Nyx. So much control there. Peksu has moved mid with the AA though. Don't know if they can really go in on the Viper at all. The AA seems to be here more defensively and immediately TP's back down towards bottom as they try and set up for this Legion. They've spotted her move into this area. Oh, the Nyx. Yeah, a bump on the head as Legion walks in. The raindrop pop there. The Rift back does drag Hester Joe a little bit closer. Overwhelming odds buys a bit of movement speed for the Legion, but the cold snap triggers. And this will be a takedown potentially. Oh, until the one charges with a press the attack. Out goes the Legion. Nemphi's trapped in the cogs with the battery assault. The cold feet to turn, but the stun comes through. Nemphi falls before the clockwork does, and Legion looks for the turnaround. Peksu trapped in the trees, tries to bring down LeBron and will do so. Successful with his kill. Oxia needs to get a stun, but it's on cooldown, and he's lacking mana, so Legion swipes through. And with the range creep helping out a touch, they get the 2-for-1 special on this bottom lane.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the build on Legion Commander. It's pretty hard to take her down. Level 4. Once she gets to level 6, with the rotations from Clockwork, they can get some early dual damage. I wonder what the Pugna's gonna build this game. He can go for a Force Staff, which is pretty cool. He might go for Kaya, one of the new items that work well with him.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Topson's been doing on this Pugna recently. I've not seen any games over the past maybe week or two of this Pugna, but I've seen a lot of In Europe anyway, like Tranquils with Ether Lens, but Thompson's been gone on mid. The two-man cogs from LeBron. Do they have the damage though? In comes the Legion trying to chop away at Thompson. The burst strike from Trixie holds the Viper in place, but there's not enough follow through. The Cold Feet finally arrives and Peksu will secure that kill. The mid laner falls for the mid laner of the opposing team as what do we have there? Was it a 4v3 mid lane? 4v4? That was a 4. That's 4v4.
Yeah, in the previous series we saw 4 versus 5 at 7-minute mark, so no surprise there.
Everyone's trying their hardest to bring the the 5v5 mid game back.
Three-man shower always feels nice.
Oh yes. Very, very good. The dire side sauna. Everyone gets involved.
Do you like sauna?
I don't
How
care.
many seconds can you be in sauna? I can be in like 30 seconds.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it painful or just
Nah,
annoying
I
for
just
you?
can't breathe inside.
Okay.
Maybe I have asthma. Asthma? Do you
Maybe.
call it like that?
Asthma, yeah.
Asthma? Yeah. Who knows?
Decrep from Thompson stops the poison attack. I don't know. Well, we've got some sauna experts here, right? The Finnish guys. Get 5 anchors talking about saunas. I do love them. I don't know. I've not experienced saunas enough to have an actual heartfelt feeling about it. I don't have any strong feelings one way or another. Oh, good. Here we go. The extra illusion from the Phantasm. Nymphy outputting the damage. The Nightmare there onto the Bane as Peksu being focused inside the cogs. The pushback keeps the Chaos Knight away. Trixie trying to get into battle with the Sand King. Can line up a 2-man Burrow Strike potentially, but level 3 Burrow Strike finally arrives. They'll get the catch onto LeBron. Oxia, the Nyx Assassin, has Carapace, doesn't pop it on the overwhelming odds just yet. In comes Hester Joe Legion, battling and dodges. Impale won't land, the Burst Strike will. Bane keeps the CK back with a Nightmare. As Team Doggie fall away from this aggression in the bottom lane. And what was that in the end? A 1-for-1 support for support. Peksu trades for the LeBron Clockwork. But it was Phantasm used, that big cooldown ulti, just to keep the Finns in that fight.
That's...
As Thompson dies mid.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And it's only level 2 corrosive skin.
Oh, Peksu dies again. It's just an onslaught in his bottom lane. Nymphy's Chaos Knight has already popped his 1 charge as the dive slows down though as in comes Trixie. Nightmared up mid Burrow Strike and the cogs will be there to block the advance. Oh, Burrow Strike's on cooldown so he goes away from the TPing target and tries to get someone else, but there's no one to be had.
Yeah, meanwhile on the top lane you have Lifestealer who has
Radiant's
time of
middle
his
tower
life.
is under attack.
Armlet finished. 10 minutes in.
Close to 5k
With the
net
face
worth.
boots. Yeah, like he has 20 denies. I mean, CK also has
Radiant's top
25,
tower is under attack.
but Knights is, what, level 9 against level 6 on that CK.
Yeah, it's a real rough one.
Well, with the Armlet, Knights can make a move easily. TP bottom, enter the Legion Commander, the movement seed from the Overwhelming Gods, plus the Phase Boots duel. They can get Legion Commander some damage and some extra gold to get him close to a Blink Dagger, which is going to be crucial this game.
Just try and kill someone off and move into a tier 1 maybe. Hand of Midas from the CK again. We saw it previously from one of the Turkish players. I can't remember now. It was from our previous series. For that Midas on the CK, top lane Trixie, Burrow Strikes and TBs away from the Lifestealer as the Finnish boys are trying to set up for an attempt here on the Legion, it feels. There's the Phantasm. In onto the Legion, the Cold Feet not going to get taken away by the press of the attack, and Nightmare not going to save the Legion just yet. The 1 charges and the raindrops pop in with a Phase Boots movement speed. Gets Hester Joe out, and now the 2-man cogs. LeBron's in here with a sick plays. Nymphy's going to fall. The Viper rotates in as well. Peksu goes for the TP out. Will go back to the fountain. But it just seems like Team Doggie, LeBron is getting these big cogs and turning fights around. But again, the Legion item build is just buying so much space.
Yeah, that's the problem with Legion. When you play Legion Commander is that you need to decide whether you want to tank up. This game it's already paid off. He's 1-0 and 5. If he went for a different kind of a build, he would have been dead 2, maybe even 3 times.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And then Lifestealer making that first rotation as well. Gets a little bit of gold in the pockets. to move into the next items. Thompson rotates in. The TP from Bane will likely secure a kill here for 5 anchors as they're diving in deep. The epicenter lasted long enough to catch onto Legion. That's going to be a 2 for nothing. LeBron, nice traded off there for the Nyx assassin. Somehow the Legion got the final touch, bringing him down. A good move there by the Radiant team. For once, they're the ones making that step forward, catching people unaware.
They have a lot of magical damage. Only physical they have is CK Viper building into Hood. It's going to be pretty impossible to take down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Into a Hood, wow. Tanky, tanky, tanky. So Pugner, Thompson, Veil into Forstaff. Have that mobility, but also good amount of armor stats, and obviously that spell amp or magic resist reduction from the Veil. But I've seen some really weird Pugner games, and I feel like there's been a common thread between them, where the team with Pugner, very often the Pugner gets focused early on and then comes back 20 minutes in and just slays everyone or loses the game immediately. Good Ice Blast in though as the Cogs gets in onto Thompson. That's going to cancel out the life drain. The Battery Assault doing work, but Oxia, the Nyx assassin, takes down a couple. Thompson burning to the urn. He's going to run himself away from this. He's surviving as well. 3 for nothing. That Ice Blast did so much damage as Legion tries to chip away at Sand King, but he'll survive.
Yeah, really well timed. The AA Blast plus Pugna, the armor he gets from Veil is really nice against Nyx, against Legion, and Viper. They respawn with 3-man shower on top.
Dire's bottom tower
Back up to full HP. You love that, don't you?
Yeah.
You love watching a good 3-man shower. All the flashing lights everywhere. Just need some music to go along with it.
Just need some soap.
Okay.
I love the build on Nyx when you play against AA. Some of the players love to skip even Armlet, which I don't prefer. But you just tank up with the SNY, the move speed. They can't blow you up. What did he go for? He went for 220 attack speed on level 10 talent.
And there's a DD rune bottom. But yeah, I've seen some weird builds with lifesteal against AA, like Solar Crest, Midas, Radiance. Just dodging away from any kind of HP and just trying to go for evasion and a little bit of burn damage. But here we go. LeBron, level 7, has the hook shot. Level 4 Battery Assault. This CK Illusion, he's not going to know what's hitting him. Oh,
He might think it's real.
they think it's real. That's not real. Really, really well played. I've got Nemphy sending that one illusion mid. He felt it coming.
Yeah,
He baits
it's
them out.
More fake than Kim K's fake ass.
Stupid illusion. How dare you?
That's what you do when you play a CK and you don't plan to fight, especially when you build into a Midas. You just use the Phantasm and farm with it.
Just keep split pushing lanes and stuff.
Yeah.
Send your illus down lane. Well, it's mid tier 1. With the catapult wave should be pushed here by the Dire team. They're starting to set up as the Radiant though. Peksu going for the D ward. Dust is popped there. I think by Neuer. I'm not sure what just happened, but some dust was popped looking for the Nyx maybe, setting up for a defense as they were D-warding and getting ready it looked like. Oh, look at that. Legion Blink Dagger on its way with the courier. But they'll take the tower and there's no fight happening.
Do they have smoke? No smoke. Bane has one though. Nyx ulti is up, so they should just use the Nyx Infest Bomb with Legion Commander Blink Dagger. They're on the wrong side of the map.
Oh, there's the Legion. Completely dead. But I guess the upside of that is they still don't know she has Blink. Like, they might think that, oh, we killed her before Blink, that's going to delay it by another minute and a half, but she will have it when she respawns.
You gotta look at it from the different angle, Gary.
Always be
Gotta
positive.
stay positive. Yeah.
Always be positive. Well, death is a death regardless. Thompson going in onto a rise, but he already started his TP. He did TP bottom tier 2 though, so half HP, half mana. Not exactly where you want to be setting up at. But LeBron cancelling out the animation on his hook shot. Doesn't want to go jumping in too deep.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin almost has Spirit Vessel, which is one of my favorite items right now. Against Nyx, it's magical damage, so he can remove it with a Rage, but if the Rage is down, he doesn't heal that much from a Feast. Also, Legion Commander from Moment of Courage, press the attack, whoever he uses it on.
Even a Viper, right, with like Hood, get rid of 70% of your regen. Very, very good. I still can't, like, whenever I hear 70% or I read the 70%, it blows my mind. That's such a high number.
It's that good.
It is that good. To be fair, it's quite expensive with a Vitality booster, but if it's the only item that you care about as a Nyx this game, or like as an Earth Spirit or a Night Stalker, yeah, it's like, cool, I'm going to tank up, I'm going to get movement speed, I'm going to go and run at people. Well, Swift Ending shoves out bottom, playing as if he has heroes behind him, but he's all alone. The rest of his team still farming up, trying to... What are they trying to get here? Nothing. They're going to smoke. They give up on the Mud Golems. Not worth farming. Screw you guys. Smoke in behind the Viper. Looks like Arise trying to bait something out. They jump in, but that's a hasted Sand King.
Legion Commander still can't find an opening. Still sitting on 0 stolen... I mean, not stolen. 0 damage from duel. That feels so sad, man. When you have, like, first before 10-minute mark, it feels so good.
But no duel wins.
Yeah, right now the damage doesn't even do anything. Because you don't have any.
That's some wisdom right there. That's some sick wisdom. Grip up top. Who have they got? They've caught one, but the duel back onto the other.
There
Thompson,
it is.
Pugna dead. There's your 10 damage plus. Nymphy now in a lot of trouble. Yeah, he's been taken down by Swift Ending. Some good armor toggles, but not enough to keep him alive. Found Neuer's life. There's Oxia in the back. The Nyx does die. That Fiend's Grip from, running out of the fog, coming out from the trees. Nightmare, Fiend's Grip, perfect lockdown from the Bane, and that's why he's such a strong hero now.
Did you just say Bane is a strong hero?
Yeah.
Apologize.
No.
I don't feel
Look
Bane.
at him. He's got stats. He doesn't need items. He just uses his spells.
So you end up with a hero with no items being useless. Never mind. I already every time I
His
cast,
ulti goes
every
through
time I see Bane,
BKB. You can't purge. You can't dispel Enfeeble. Come on. Bane is amazing. Just because he's ugly doesn't mean he's useless. I mean, he really is fucking ugly. I always wondered though, hey? You know Aegis? Well, like, why does Aegis look like Bane's chest so much? Or why does Bane's chest look like the Aegis so much? Is the Aegis just like a part of Bane that's been ripped off him? Here, look. If you zoom in on Bane, look at his chest. Looks like an Aegis, just not red.
Well, yeah, it actually does. It's a good point,
shit.
Garrett.
What's this? What's happening? Nothing. Everyone runs away. Spells are being thrown, and no one commits.
Just a casual 5-on-5, not a fight.
Carapace by Nyx. And looks like 5 anchors just wandering away from this. They might mount a defense of the tier 2. It's a difficult one, though. Here comes the Lifestealer's next item. 1,000 until Desolator's ready. That's when he's really going to start shredding through these squishier heroes. You can even see Thompson going for a Lincoln Sphere at this point. Super scared about being jumped on by Legion Lifestealer.
Yeah, after they finish the Deso, they can just easily take down Roche. They should be careful about the ward from Pugna and AA Blast. They take him down really quickly.
Swift Ending all alone. Ice Blast is coming in. This Lifestealer could be in for a world of pain. Great Burrow Strike. Oh, but it didn't catch. They didn't actually get the Ice Blast on him. It looked like that was right on top, but he gets the Rage and he walks away.
Doesn't even matter.
I guess there was no damage coming over the top with that Rage level 4 already. He doesn't care about a Pugna. And CK, he TP'd top to farm, so that was never really going to happen.
Well, the plan was to stun him with a CK, but still I don't think that would be enough to take him down.
What's next on the cards here? For this Radiant team, Lincoln's still a fair way away for Topson. The Dire feel ready to fight right now. Force Hood on Viper. Roshan is alive. And Lifestealer. Desolator complete. His TP's on cooldown for another 20, so he'll likely kind of swing in, farm a couple of jungle camps. And if he's ready to battle, he'll TP mid and try and help, or TP to Shrine. Maybe jump into the Legion Commander for a bit of a blink duel infest action. When he just keeps split pushing bottom, no one's going to contest him, so why the hell not?
Yeah, finally, AA hit level 10. Feels so good when you're buying everything to get that 60 extra gold per minute.
One free ward. Well, less than one free ward. It's like one free TP scroll per minute now. Good hook shot. That sentry giving a bit of vision of the Nyx as he moved across. The Ice Blast comes in onto a couple of the Dire team, but with the Rage of Lifestealer going, they really don't care too much. Viper just stands his ground and brings down this tier 2. Oh, there's the ward up on the high ground. Not really going to do too much here as the Dire. The one spell they use, that Infest, force staff forward. In comes Legion. Oh, the Sand King stun holds her back from taking the duel in onto Pugna, and they blow her up. Now the CK arrives. This may be an overextension from the Dire team, but they've killed the Pugna. 1 for 1, 2 for 1, looking for a bit more. There's the Fiend's Grip though. Lifestealer dies to Nymphy, as the Bane can't really control as many heroes as he would have liked. Viper Strike from Arise, gonna try and bring Trixie to his feet, and he will. But the Viper in turn has been brought to death by the CKAA. An absolute bloodbath around this top tier 3 as Noya escapes, but I don't think LeBron is going to have the same luxury. Hunted into the trees, and all said and done, a 4 for 2.
They were kind of too deep. They were diving pretty much a tier 3 tower. Bottom lane is pushing, top lane is pushing. No siege creeps, though, luckily for both sides. What does CK have? He actually skipped the Echo Saber this time. He's going for straight heart.
Nice. Look how much damage CK did, though. 5.6k damage in that fight with those illusions.
That's not even 10,000 damage.
Not even 10. No, you're right. You're right. I stand corrected.
Well, Nyx Assassin feels so good now because of the extra gold per minute talent on level 10. Before, his talents were pretty much useless.
But like we were looking at during the draft, right? With no natural illusion clear, and if Legion dies at the start of the fight like there, they don't have a way to chip away at CK illusions or kill them off at all. Because Viper and Lifestealer, neither of them have, you know, a Maelstrom or anything, right?
Yeah, Nyx should consider getting a Mjolnir at one point. He is tanky enough. With AC maybe after. It's a good choice to clear those illusions. He can go in. But the Legion Commander needs to be careful about positioning in those team fights. AA Blast coming on mid. They don't know the Roche thing they're doing. Nyx with the Aegis.
And now it's time to run forwards. They can finally bring down this tier 2. Phantasm, though, he'd love to be level 17. Not quite going to be there. There's 5 anchors hiding away up on the ramp in their base. Nyx Assassin scouted by the rocket flare. But at this point, it looks like Team Doggie have spotted the courier moving over into the trees. Legion could go for a blink and a slap, and that's exactly what Hester Joe does. That would have been the heart for CK. Out of the game for a couple of minutes now.
Yeah, I wish you could duel the courier.
I mean, why not, right? You can roar it, you can culling blade it, you can troll trap it. Oh, here we go, stunning. LeBron didn't get the hook shot out of danger, and he will be brought down as, oh god, this Legion Commander hit by the Ice Blast, taken out with a double kill for Nymphy. Swift Ending tries to stand his ground, has the Aegis and the armor to pop and go, and down goes the CK, brought to his knees, but the epicenter brings down the Viper. Oh, brings down the lifesteal, and now they look for the Viper. A good Nightmare and a Decrypt there to keep him alive a little bit longer, but it's Swift ending against the world.
Where's the
Neuer,
grip?
where are you? Grips onto the Pugna. There we go, the control they need. Now the damage. Swift ending needs to get this done before the Decrypt arrives, but the Brain Sap will secure the kill. Bane and Lifestealer against the world, holding hands together, somehow manage to turn that back around once the Aegis brought him back alive.
Yeah, Bane was somewhere else before the fight started. Missed hook shot with the Aegis. They still managed to take them down. Nice juke there by Swift Ending. Is level 20 with 20% evasion that CK is gonna have a problem hitting him. Thompson needs to commit for a buyback to actually defend the tower.
That feels really bad when you are so close to Lincoln's. But he does need to get it done. The rest of his team is respawning now, though. And that was a pretty quick turnover, like taking Roshan, losing Aegis. You didn't get a big objective. You know, you won a team fight, you got a tier 2. The damage on the tier 3, is that significant?
Yeah, it's 1,000 with the next fight if they win it. They don't have any tier 2s left, so they can just take 2 sides, especially with Pugna's cooldown on a buyback.
And Glyph on cooldown for another 4 minutes. Yeah, it does seem like everything adds up. They've infested straight into the Legion. Do they have a smoke on Neuer? They do. The Bane is holding a smoke. Double obs, triple sentries, ready to go on a bit of a mission. It doesn't look like they want to wait for Viper's BKB or anything. They'll bait Viper, in fact. Unsmoked and moving forward. Who have they spotted top? So they know CK, Sand King are here. They probably know about a couple of other heroes lurking behind. This is going to get super interesting, Lacoste. The angle of attack, the rocket flare is going to potentially give away their positioning here, and 5 anchors, they're going to get the hell out. In comes the battery assault, catches Peksu, but it's the duel on the eastern side. One immediately. Peksu now brought down by LeBron. The rocket flare will not scout anybody else out. So the 2 supports do get brought down. Decent little wraparound there from the Dire. Doesn't take them into any big objectives, but it means that the Finns can't go and play aggressively themselves.
Yeah, the only way Finns can win a team fight is when CK ulti is up. Otherwise, they can't really fight. This Nikes is getting out of control, level 21. With the evasion, almost finished. Let's see, like 1,000 gold, a little less from AC.
He's so farmed. Like legit, whenever I see Swift Ending, he's always always, even when they're losing, the most farmed hero in the game. He is so good on Morphling, on Medusa, Lifestealer and CK even, with no natural farming abilities. He finds a way with his rotations, his farming rotations, not like ganking ones, to get the items he needs.
Because he does not join a lot of fights. That's what kind of carry he is, so I guess that's the reason why. It's a double-edged sword, though.
6 scan. Neuer comes in, tries to bait out the attack, and it's worked perfectly. He'll give his life for this. As long as no one else is lost, the Legion Commander is caught, but press the attack, takes off the cold feet. Too bad it's a 3-second stun into the Burrow Strike from Sand King to take him down. Do you think that scan worked against them? Because they scanned here, and it flagged red. Maybe not expecting the push forward with the smoke, but it seemed like Neuer knew exactly what was going on, just tanking the gank, basically.
Maybe he was trying to bait CK ulti, just fall back with no casualties besides Bane, and then they take a fight, go for a high ground. What's CK cooldown? 100 seconds from now on. They can actually try to siege the high ground if they want, once they're out. Clockwork has Spirit Vessel ready, so Pugna's life drain doesn't work that well, 70% less. Also CK's Chaos Strike, Lifesteal as well.
Even just keeping his heart on cooldown.
Yep. I mean, the more HP you have, the better it is. Because it's percentage based.
On Spirit Vessel?
Yeah. 1% of current health per second.
Against enemies, 3... Wait, reduces health by 3%. On allies, it increases by 1, so it's even better. Even better.
3%, yeah. I
You
said
were right with the allies on 1, but the 3 is huge up against these tanky heroes. Damn right. And Nyx. Goodbye, buddy. They've got the dust. Maybe need the hook shot here to close the gap. And that opens things up for Swift Ending for an easy kill. Who's moving in towards Nullifier.
Yeah, the Nullifier is a great item on Lifestealer. Couple of other heroes, maybe Jog when you get a blink as a 6th item. The best part of the item is it's hard to make because of the Sacred Relic. You silence the items, so they can't use the Force Staffs, they can't use Ghost Scepters.
I still remember I was doing Captain's Draft qualifiers, casting them. And we were the first, like, you know, kind of big-ish tournament, you know, sort of top-tier Southeast Asian teams were the qualifiers I was doing. And it was one of the first games on the new patch, and Nullifier was one of these first items. And there was a Tinker on one team, and he was up against a TA and an Ursa. And it got to like 60 minutes in or something, and Ursa and TA, they both had the new Diffusal Blade that like doesn't get rid of Ghost Scepter, right? Tinker had bought a Ghost Scepter, and they're like, shit, what do we do? It took like 70 minutes for them to understand that Nullifier's in the game to purge it off. It's like Ursa bought Nullifier like 75, 80 minutes, and the game just ended because they killed Tinker. It's like, oh, we could have bought this item like 30 minutes ago. But it's one of those things that, you know, slowly but surely people are kind of incorporating into their builds.
Yeah, it's a great 5th/6th item.
Oh, nice attempt. Oh, they still get in. Rocket Flare gives the vision. Trixie playing with his heart on his sleeve there. Hand thrown onto the table. And he's dead for 50 with no buyback. The line is drawn. And it looks like Team Doggie have their eyes on the prize. Top lane might just be forfeit here as the tier 3 will be opened up by Lifestealer.
Yeah, Roche will respawn in 2.5 minutes.
Radiant's top tower
So they
is
should
under
just
attack.
commit to it. Does Sanking have a buyback? He does not. 30 seconds. AC plus a Deso.
Phantasm popped. The rest of the Dire team sitting so deep, though, waiting for this initiation to come in. They know it's going to happen at some point. It's inevitable that the fight kicks off. And they go in. They're going to burst down the Lifestealer to half HP. He is not dead, though. Pops the Rage and infest into the Legion to get out of here. Lincoln Shadow Blade on cooldown for a little bit, but the invis there from Hester Joe will at least get a bit of distance away. Do they have reveal? There's a sentry on the high ground, but apart from that, there's nothing much else.
Dire's bottom
And the
tower
chase
is under attack.
will end as Neuer does get up onto the high ground. Roshan, oh boy, 1 minute 41.
Yeah, this benefits for anchors a lot because the long respawn time on Roche because CKLT is going to be up again.
That could be big for them. Nyx is going deep this time. It's his turn to go and scout the enemy. Viper has a BKB with a Hurricane Pike. This is an incredibly difficult kill. The two-man burrow, no, the one-man burrow strike, he didn't hit into the Bane. Epicenter will arrive though. Neuer is dropping low with the Ice Blast on him, but in comes Swift Ending. 1-2, no, doesn't get the love tap onto Trixie. Still up and running the Decrep. Pugna keeps himself alive against the Legion duel. Now the burrow strike in as Nymphy is slaughtering people. The takedown. The Nyx kills the Lifestealer. 80 seconds until he's back up. LeBron has TP'd in aggressively. Stunned, brought down. He's gone with no buyback. 60 seconds and all of a sudden Lacoste, where has this game swung to?
I mean, they're fighting. They were diving tier 3 tower. They could have just backed away with the BKB popped on. Viper, Nyx was not there. A lot of mistakes. Legion Commander doing the decrypified Pugna. Nyx, I don't know if he needs to just buy back. And he can't do anything without his team. Yeah, that's pointless.
But this is what I was saying, right? I don't know what causes it, but Pugna games always have like this one moment where you're like, shit, we lost.
With the Clockwork TP, they might actually defend it if Nyx buys back. Not defend it, but this is gone.
That's 2 lanes of racks just blown the hell up. Trixie
Dire's
try and scuttle away from the Dire squad.
There's a huge wave coming on top. They need to clear it.
That's some lovely farm for whoever gets up there. Oh, look, it's Trixie. Yum, yum, yum. And that huge wave has gone. So Lifestealer dead for 10. The Dire team need to shove mid a little bit. They don't have too many waves to clear out. And these are the super creeps already, though, so a little bit more difficult. Getting to the Roche pit is not so hard, though. They've got Hookshot, they've got Infest, they've got Blink and Duel from the Legion Commander, and I think, yeah, the Finnish guys, they give up. They don't want to stick around inside this pit for too much longer. Send the Phantasm forward to scout the approaching hordes of Dire heroes, and they'll see what's up.
It's not Phantasm, it's Illusion Rune.
Ah.
So they still have Phantasm and
Sick.
can take a fight with it. They might actually think it's a Phantasm.
Two-man
Burrow.
Strike. Trixie in epicenter here, but the BKB from Viper will keep him up and running. Now the pushback, the full staff. CK, he's been trapped by the Fiend's Grip. Down goes Nemphy. Thompson does get a mega kill streak as he dies to the Lifestealer. Esther Joe running forward, trying to catch with a Blink Duel. He's going to find Sand King there. The Burrow Strike not in time. The Duel just a fraction of a second earlier. Trixie's not dying though. Swift Ending gets the Nyx in the back end, and it looks like Sand King will be able to get away, but this has opened up Roshan for Team Doggie now.
Yeah, that fight was without Legion Commander doing anything at all until he used Duel on a Sand King. They just need to maybe try to back away once CK uses the ulti. So that's a cheese. He should give the cheese to Viper.
Come on then.
Yeah, actually,
Gonna keep it for himself for
yeah,
now.
Nyx actually decides to go for Mjolnir, which is a better choice in my opinion.
Well, they do lose the Ranger Axe top to the huge wave. Viper clears it out. I mean, you've got Aegis Cheese, but you're still at a deficit there of... Oh, God. Wow, hello. Hester Joe has just gone in and popped the AA, apparently. Gem somewhere on the floor. But
Yeah, pop the AA and the gem as well. Okay, that's Bane's gem. Never mind. So they need
Retrieved it.
they need a gem because of the Sand King, and that's pretty much it. Nyx Assassin as well. I don't know, what is Pug gonna go for? 2 seconds decrypt the duration, which is really good against Nyx and Legion. Also Viper.
it is pretty damn good. What's LeBron up to here?
Braun is super farmed, level 16. Crimson, Solar Crest and Spirit Vessel.
It's not just me. I always get, in my head, Crimson and Solar, I get them fucking messed up all the time. Well, not all the time, but it's like, slips out.
Herald Casters.
Yeah. You know why? I'm going to say this now. It's because we've played for so long and those are new items that we're still confused old men.
Yeah, sometimes they call it Lothar's Edge instead of Shadow
Lothar's
Blade.
Edge,
Yeah,
oh, yes.
Lothar's.
The Killen's Blink Dagger. Ice Blast flies over the heads
Ice Bait.
of the Dire team. There's the grip onto Nyx. They've not caught any core heroes, though. A Duel will secure the fate of the Nyx Assassin. Even with the decrep there, he is going to die to that one proc of Moment of Courage. It's the Nyx only, though, as the cutting of the waves begins. Sand King holds back the push. Top lane is shoved in towards the Dire base. Is this where you back up as Team Doggie, or do you just go commit for mid-racks?
They should just continue. They have Aegis on Nyx. They have... What is Cheese?
Still on him in his backpack.
They're super greedy. Well, it's the way to siege the base if they wanna. Just one of the easiest ways. You have super farmed Nyx, who just sits in front, uses the rage, go back, repeat until base is gone, or they make a move on you.
They do walk away and try and slow things down now, reset their lanes. Viper on that split push duty, going for the full tanky build. Shivers after that BKB, it looks like, is what he's aiming towards. And of course, now the Dire team can think about taking shrines. Lifestealer with the AC Deso. You know, you've mentioned they're so good against buildings, he just solos the shrine like that. Nice bit of money going the way of his team. What's the next big game-changing item here, Lacoste? I mean, what are we looking at for both of these squads? Is there something that's going to swing the momentum one way or another?
You have 10-second BKB on Legion Commander. Also, Viper has enough. Not enough. He's getting close to Shiva's Guard, which is going to be pretty huge against the CK and the Illusions. Lifestealer is level 25, plus 2 seconds rage duration, so it lasts 8 seconds, 8 seconds downtime as well.
CK has a lot of money saved up as well. 4.2k. Blink is queued up, and he could buy it with buyback remaining. Thinking about his options though, maybe.
You should just go all in with the items. Not save for the buyback. If he dies, Illusion dies as well, pretty much, so it's kind of useless afterwards.
Buyback status, definitely something that we have to look out for as well. Lifestealer needs a lot of money. The Radiant team are holding on to theirs, but they feel like they're the ones trying to finish this game off, potentially, while the Dire don't want to let anything go. Systematic destruction of the shrines. Now, did the Dire see this? Smoke was near the Observer Ward mid lane. The Finns come in, the Nether Ward placed, down goes the Bane. LeBron, will be another sacrifice here. 2 supports for a smoke. Something that Team Doggie have been doing quite consistently is sending Neuer forward just to tank the gank, pretty much. Keep their cause alive. No big losses.
They could have kept it at just Bane there. I mean, they don't get too much gold from killing Clockwork, but still. Phantasm is used once they're out, 50 seconds. Phantasm's gonna be still 60 seconds on cooldown, they can commit to it.
That's the big thing, definitely, I feel.
Well, that's the problem with heroes like a CK, like Terrorblade, which have DP as well. If you can dodge a fight, or if they pop it prematurely, you can take fight easily after the duration is gone.
CK's finished off a BKB, so he feels like this is maybe a moment to strike while the iron is hot. Take down tier 2. Nyx Assassin with a gem up at the front, trying to scout people out. And Team Doggie just not moving forward at all. Defend the high ground, nothing else. Only def high ground. The scan will hit in onto the shrine, but they know they're already there.
You can see them hitting the shrine, you don't need to scan it out. BKB. Pop by a CK, gets the grip.
Nice, they're in there, but they don't have the damage. Ice Blast in onto the Viper, pops a BKB of his own. Still no Phantasm though, like you pointed out, it's on cooldown, but Swift Ending pops out. Now he's looking for the damage onto the CK, he's got an AC, but the hook shot in from LeBron catches him perfectly, and this is where the Lifestealer thrives. His team kiting around these enemy heroes, the Viper tanking through it all, and they'll get a double kill on both of their cores. Trixie, no epicenter used, was out of that fight as quickly as it started. Very, very swift there. I've got to praise Neuer though. That TP as the shrine died with the grip onto the CK BKB set everything up so nicely.
That's a sick play. Once again, they want to fight without Legion Commander doing anything. He did not even pop a BKB there. Still 10 seconds. They lost a gem as well. Clockwork has one. Where's the other gem? One clock, one. Oh man, where's the second gem though?
Is it on the courier? No, is it on the floor somewhere?
Both gems were here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know, dude. I can't see it anywhere. It's not in anyone's inventories for sure. There's one on the clock, and that's...
Yeah, it must be on the ground somewhere.
It's hiding in someone's base, I bet. It's not on the couriers. So Swift Ending moves in. Tier 3, half of melee racks top. Nicely done. No one's coming to stop him. Nyx Assassin can't stop him alone. And Trixie, oh, he's going to walk into this creep wave. Nightmare. He can Burrow Strike out. There's no grip for 6 seconds. So Trixie's okay doing this until the hook shot lands. LeBron lined it up perfectly, and Trixie is dead. Has buyback, though. Very, very important. Oh, Swift Ending. He's battling up against Oxia there. The buyback comes out from the Sand King. Swift Ending falling. Down he goes. The Nightmare, not enough to save him. Very nicely attempted by the Bane. Now they jump forward and onto the Viper. Forced after the high ground. Arises out. Can they extract?
Swift Ending can just buy back. Never mind. He's not gonna buy back. If everyone else survived, he could have bought back. Wait for Phantasm to run off and just take a fight. But
Roshan insta-spawn. What's the damage here? 2...
Oh, 2.5 minutes.
Oh, no. That feels bad. For the Finnish guys, obviously. That feels really good for the Dire team. Like, all right. They don't know it, but maybe they can guess. So Swift Ending just he was like swapping the cheese out. It could have been a sick Nightmare play with like Nightmare, swap the cheese from your backpack, but it wasn't to be. Buybacks might be forced here as well. Thompson getting in closer towards this bottom ramp. Phantasm on cooldown yet again, but his BKB Heart AC might just be enough to fight through what Team Doggie has. Do you think this is just a poke and prod to try and bait buyback, or do you think the Finns want to actually do something here?
That's the last side. 24 seconds for Nikes. Do they have a glyph?
No glyph.
Nope.
Tier 3 falling for a strike there. Swift ending was like 17 seconds until he was respawning. Does buyback. They'll find Trixie. Sand King doesn't have buyback anymore. 100 seconds without your SK might leave things in a dangerous position here for the Finns.
Yeah, they're just scouting the Roche. Roche spawns in 1 minute 20 seconds. Sand King will be up 15 seconds after. Yeah. Quick math.
Oh, look at this. The Radiant are scouting. Is Roshan alive? Are you here yet? Nothing happening, though. 1 minute exactly. There's the Ether Lens, though, for your little Pugna. Blasting away. And this is the danger now. You know, you've got 2 open lanes of racks. Open lanes with no racks, sorry. And then bottom lane being pressured so hard by Pugna. You could be left with mega creeps facing your way if you're not too careful. This might be where you think about tier 4s, but Team Doggie just swing in for the safety, look for the melee racks while Sand King is still dead. And of course, you do have this cheese on the lifestealer, ready to go at a moment's notice.
He should be careful.
Yo.
A blast.
That's an illusion. Dueled up, Rift in. There's the CK, popping Phantasm. LeBron will get taken down by the AA. Nymphy now focusing Swift ending, forces the cheese. The grip is there onto the BKB CK. The life drain keeps him up and running. It's the crits from the illusions. Beautiful stun. Oxia gets the lay down in onto Lifestealer, dead for 100. And Swift ending going to be regretting his decisions as Hester Joe probably able to blink away from all of this nonsense unless the CK wants to go in, which he doesn't because Roshan finally respawns.
Yeah, I think Finns have this game after the Roche. It's third Roche, so Refresher Shard on a CK. He can cast 2 ultis. I don't know if he has enough mana though. That's gonna be a problem.
I mean, Refresher Shard doesn't cost anything, right?
Yeah, but just 2 ultis, 275. He has 660 mana.
He'll get close.
Yeah,
Get super close.
Needs not to use any spells.
Well, we'll see what they do with it. But yeah, just looking at buyback status, right? Lifestealer doesn't have it. Bane and Clockwork don't have it. But when you have your Lifestealer, your biggest, strongest hero in the game, top net worth of both teams, in fact, dead for 45 seconds and no chance of returning. Things look pretty rough. Hester Joe, Invis.
He used Refresher Shard.
Oh, immediately?
Yeah, 30 seconds. They have tier 4 tower, only 1 tier 4 tower with 29 HP. They might just go for a throne there.
They do have Glyph.
But bottom lane is being pinged out.
That's an easy tier 3, right? Phantasm to secure it as well. Now the Toxin not really doing too much here. It's breaking Chaos Knight, but he cares not for this magic damage being thrown his way. Shiver's Guard won't touch him either. Clear up the Nether Ward for now. The split between East and West, it appears, as the jump out, the Lincoln's pop, the hook shot in, the duel onto this little man. The skeleton's gone, Thompson dead. Nymphy is dropping low as well. He does have the Aegis though. There's 5 heroes, now 4 alive for the Dire team. They're going to be able to converge in onto the CK. He blinks northeast, but he doesn't have a TP yet. BKB TP ready, and he's out of there. Nothing to cancel anymore with everything on cooldown. He gets back home, so that is now mega creeps that Team Doggie have to face up against. Difficult times ahead, but the game isn't over.
Not at all.
Technically.
Yeah, well, they have mega creeps. Good play by Finns there, using the Refresher Shard. They have a CK ulti up. Decided to go for mega creeps instead. I don't think they could have committed for the throne.
It would have been super risky.
Yeah,
with the
I mean, they have buybacks. Pugna immediately bought back after he died. CK still has a buyback, and Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin getting close to level 25. I don't know if that changes anything, pretty much nothing.
Let's give him 100 agility.
Oh, that's a nice little hook shot in. Nyx Assassin gonna get, well, almost blown up with the Lifestealer chases forward, but Oxia healed by the Pugna, kept up and running, and back into Fountain he goes. Tier 4's still full HP. When you're in a base like this, and you see the tier 4s in front of you, you kind of just have to go for them, I think.
Yeah, you have to go. Look at the
can't-
lanes on the bottom. I mean, Mega Creeps are pushing, Bane TP'd, so there's no grip.
This is all or nothing. Bane trying to defend base, dragging creeps across away from the ancient LeBron. Oh, the cogs trap him in comes the epicenter with a burst strike forward, not catching anyone. LeBron left high and dry, the CK in with the BKB. No Phantasm for another 15 seconds though. He cannot use his ulti. Turns to try and fight and swipe through Swift Ending, but the Feast is doing a lot of work. Memphi, he is being demolished here by the Lifestealer, but the Ghost Scepter, there's the Decrep, not the Ghost Scepter with the Life Drain as well. Pugna saving his team, but it's not enough. The buybacks are still forced.
Has
Thompson
ulti.
in trouble. But Swift Ending's dead.
Throne is falling. It's dead. I mean, you have the worst hero defending the throne.
Is it
It's
just
Bane. Bane Elemental.
Oh dear. Oh. Whew. We've got some interesting games today, don't we, dude?
Well, yeah, it's both series, back and forth, back and forth. Well, look at the graph. It looks like a heartbeat.
What is this? What is that? That is the weirdest graph I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, that should not happen.
Oh, we don't have words. We don't have words for this.
From 5,000 to 10,000
10,000, look at
in
that.
different directions.
And then back down again. I mean, that was fun. That was that was a lot of fun. It's a best of 3 as well. We've got more. We've got more of this insanity. We've got got more crazy games. Jeez. What's happening
It's
today?
only round 1.
This is round 1. Yeah, we've got like 3-4 more days of this craziness to come. But yeah, game 2 coming up in a little bit. Best of 3s, of course, today as we continue the EU coverage of the Genting qualifiers. We're going to take a break. I think the players are
We
going to
need a
take a break
break,
after
yeah.
after this game, of course. Game 2 coming up in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere.